So, this is what I imagined everybody felt like walking out of Avengers Infinity War is how everybody felt after Empire Strikes Back.
Kind of.
Yeah.
By the way, hi.
Hi, we're back.
We're live. We're back. Bonus episode, because while we did open No Holds Barred with we're the only show not talking about it, we decided we're not going to be the only show not to talk about fucking Infinity War.
Yeah, we're not going to be those hipster douches.
So we decided let's jump right back on because we have the technology. We have Bill behind the board. Let's do this right now.
Yeah, we can rebuild it.
Yes, exactly. We have an adult. We can do this show live.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about Avengers Infinity War. Do we want to start a little spoiler-free or want to jump right into it?
I mean, let's give our thoughts as spoiler-free as possible for like
the first 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can just jump right into it
because it's going to be tough.
It's going to be very tough. I guess my thing is that this movie broke the opening weekend box office record.
It's broke so much. At the moment, they are sitting. Okay, so budget was $300 to $400 million.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay. At the moment, they're sitting at $857.5 million box office worldwide.
Yeah.
And it's not even a full week.
Yeah,
like I think it opened so 1 week total.
Yeah, 1 week total.
Last Thursday night it opened up.
Yeah, so
now everyone in the room has seen it.
Yeah, pretty successful movie, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Does it live up to that billing?
Okay,
because a lot of people felt that Avatar didn't deserve the records it broke.
I'm not a fan of Avatar.
Yeah,
I don't. Those of you that follow me on social media and you guys know you've seen my Blu-ray collection. I don't own Avatar.
Oh, it's one of the few Blu-rays I do own.
Yep, I watched it. I loved it for the 3D shit.
Yeah,
but I was like, I get it.
I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing The Land in Disney. Still haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I skipped it when we were there at Christmas. But
we walked by it, but it wasn't open yet.
But I mean, the flying ride, if you don't get a fast pass, is a 2.5 hour wait. I'm like, I'll wait. I don't know. I was like, I'm sure, and that's almost. I've heard a lot of Disney podcasts almost say that like the land is better than the movie.
Yes, the land is gorgeous.
Okay, so you've been.
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't been on either of the rides.
Okay.
But I've walked through Pandora.
Right.
It's gorgeous.
And that's what people say, and they've kind of incorporated that into their Animal Kingdom night show and the whole. That's like they really
it's beautiful.
They really leaned into it, and they got like 4 sequels coming out in the next 4 years. Like,
right.
Cameron's that's all he's been doing since the first one is filming these sequels.
Yeah, making more of these movies.
Right.
So. That's part of why. And you know what? Fuck it. Spoiler.
Okay.
This is why.
Well, let me just the last bit of spoilers. Okay. For me, yes.
Yeah.
For me, yes. Infinity War lived up to the hype. I admittedly do not never read comic books. I wasn't a comic book person.
Yeah.
But I've followed the MCU cinematic universe.
Right.
I've watched all the movies. I've invested all the movies. I own almost all the movies.
Let me guess. You don't own Thor 2.
I don't know. There's 3 I don't own. Dark World, Doctor Strange, and Ant-Man.
Okay.
And Doctor Strange I watched on Netflix and I liked it. I'm just waiting for it to hit a sale price. Right now they're still hovering in the $30 range.
Yeah, it's not worth
because Disney
it.
doesn't drop their Blu-ray prices.
Yeah.
So it's like once I see it around $15-$17,
you'll
I'll
pick
grab
it
that.
up.
I'll grab that.
Right. Yeah. It's mostly just a price point.
Even if it hits 10, I'd grab Dark World just to complete the collection.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, for me who's followed all 18, 19 movies now?
Yeah.
For 10 years? Yeah. This was, in my opinion, I know I'm fresh off of it. Number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1 Marvel Cinematic Universe movie.
Well, because it took what was so amazing about the first Avengers, which is the number 1 movie up until this point.
Right.
And the reason it was so much better is because there's even more story and depth and detail that build into this one. And you know what's going to beat this one? The sequel to this movie.
Right. Whatever Avengers 4 is going to be.
Right. So I asked Bill this last night on Late Night Liam, and you can hear my answer about this on Late Night Liam. You can download that on the NAI Pop Network.
All your favorite podcasting apps.
Yes. It broke. So the opening weekend, Infinity War broke.
It eclipsed
the record,
Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens.
Right.
So I asked Bill this question, and I ask it to you.
Sure.
Is the Marvel saga, because all of these movies are connected.
Yeah.
Now that Infinity War's happened, all of the connections have been linked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is this the greatest film saga of all time?
No.
What is, in your opinion?
Star Wars.
Is it still Star
It is
Wars?
Star Wars.
See,
For me now, and I'm going to admit and base this completely on a generational thing.
yeah,
For me, Star Wars, what kids know now as A New Hope, will forever be like linked to my childhood.
right.
I had, there was a time in the 80s when I remember an entire summer, every weekend we'd go to the beach and coming home, and it would be on TV.
Okay.
So there was like a summer. I watched Star Wars like almost daily.
Right.
I've owned almost every incarnation from VHS to Laserdisc to DVD to Blu-ray of Star Wars. And that's a series that I feel I can sit down at any time and run through.
Right.
All of them. Even up to right now with, Rogue One and Solo's coming out and Last Jedi, even the new ones,
Right.
I can still sit down and run through them and even chew through the prequels.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a guy who, when Force Awakens came out, the AMC in Boston Common did a 20-hour marathon
All of them.
every Star Wars, and I parked my ass in a movie theater seat for 20 hours and watched all 7 at the time Star Wars.
Yeah.
And loved every fucking minute of it.
Yeah.
I can't say the same I can't say the same for this, but I also know that my grading could be skewed because while Star Wars has now 8 going on 9 official and a couple side stories, and Marvel has 19.
Yeah.
And
You're asking different things.
there is, and even though and maybe in 5-6 years I'll change my tune.
Yeah.
Because right now there is a phrase that exists, and it's called superhero hangover.
Right.
Or fatigue. Superhero fatigue. And you get that. Like there was a period when the first Guardians movie came out. It was around that time that Doctor Strange came out.
Yeah.
That I think Ant-Man came out, and it was like, oh man,
why do we care about these movies?
I didn't see Doctor Strange until Netflix, and this has a lot to do with me not being a comic book fan.
Right.
I didn't see Ant-Man till cable.
Well, here's the other thing too. Ant-Man and Doctor Strange are C-list characters anyway.
But so was Iron Man.
Right.
It took Robert Downey Jr. to make Iron Man something.
Yeah.
Because Disney, or at the time Marvel, didn't have the X-Men anymore.
Right.
So they needed something. So they grabbed Iron Man. And they,
Right.
okay, we'll do that. I mean,
So
the only real standout in Marvel was Captain America.
Yeah.
The rest were kind of, from what I've been told, lesser than characters. Thor and Hulk were probably the closer up there.
right. Spider-Man is Spider-Man.
Right, but they didn't have it until
right,
recently.
Right. So I say yes. I say that the Marvel saga has eclipsed the Star Wars one. And the reason is that while the highs of the Star Wars franchise are very high,
Yep.
Empire being an all-time movie,
Sure.
and A New Hope being an all-time movie,
Right.
the lows are very, very low. And Episode 2 is a bad,
It's a bad
movie.
It's a bad movie.
Episode 1 is 80% of a bad movie.
True.
And it's just not the same in the Marvel universe, because while I point to Thor 2 and the Incredible Hulk as the low points
See,
of...
I never even think of that one.
Right.
Every year when a new big Avengers movie comes out, that's when it reminds me, oh yeah, that movie actually counts.
Right. That movie counts. And it's weird because it does...
The Edward Norton Hulk actually counts.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. But I point to the fact that those are the worst two. Thor 2, I'd rather not watch it, but it's better than Episode 2.
Okay.
And The Incredible Hulk is fine. That movie's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think a solo
So
Hulk...
technically 4. I don't own 4 because I don't own the Hulk movie.
Yeah. I don't think
I don't count it. I really don't.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
Yeah.
But Iron Man 1, very good.
Very good.
Captain America, good.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's really good. And then Infinity War is amazing.
The fact that I'll give them all the credit in the world. The fact that they pulled out 19 movies and only had a couple of misses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
in that respect, yes. I again, and for me, it's very much a generational thing.
Right.
For me, it's nostalgia. For me, it's I can sit down with these movies, and again, part of it is fatigue. Like
Right.
I can sit down with 6 Star Wars movies, not 19 fucking Marvel movies.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that what's
Because they did the same thing.
Yeah.
AMC when it was
It was the first one. It was the first Avengers.
no, they did a marathon. I want to say maybe before Ultron.
Maybe.
So they ran through. I think theirs was almost 28, maybe 29 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
not doing that shit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I like these characters, and I think they've done a great job with them. And so the best part about all of these movies is that a Star Wars movie is a Star Wars movie.
True.
Right? And only up until recently, with Rogue One and The Last Jedi, were they different genres within the Star Wars movie.
Right.
You know? All of the Marvel movies have been different movies. They've been different genres.
I agree 100%.
You know, so while they are all superhero movies, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, is so good.
That's been my number one for a while.
And it's because it's just a political crime thriller.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And it's so good.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, Captain America's in it.
Yeah.
You know, and Ant-Man. Ant-Man is a buddy comedy heist movie.
It's funny.
And it's funny.
It is funny. His crew, and they just released a trailer. His crew, Michael Pena, crushes it. Whatever he's doing in the trailer with him and Michael Douglas, love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. It's like, you're looking for help from us. You know we robbed you, right?
Yeah.
It's like that whole interaction is fucking awesome.
Right. And so, yeah, I just personally, for me, and this is coming from a huge Star Wars fan.
Sure.
That I think that the Marvel movies with Infinity War, they seamlessly connected all 19 of these movies, which I thought was going to trip up at some point, and at least up until this point has not.
Honestly, I will say this. There are 2 MVPs in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yep.
Number 1, Kevin Feige.
Yes.
Number 2, whoever is casting these movies.
Yes.
Whoever is the casting director for, and I know that I think they featured her in the Thor Blu-ray.
Yeah.
In a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, brilliant.
Yep.
Because the casting has been damn near perfect.
Yes. Yep. There hasn't been anybody with the exception of...
And really, has there ever been any of that, like, quote unquote, internet backlash, like when Affleck was cast as Batman and
Right.
fuck, it's ruined, and now
Right.
he's the best thing about that thing.
Yeah.
And he's done.
Yeah, right. He's the best. I'll say it. Ben Affleck is the best Batman.
See, I still haven't seen Justice League because it's like, again, I waited till Blu-ray on the other ones, but I waited till discount Blu-ray on the other ones.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm waiting for this one to drop, and I'll pick it up for
I
$5-10
watched-
bucks and watch it. But yeah, Affleck was the best part of it.
Yeah, Affleck is the best Batman.
Yeah.
I'll fight me.
I don't know, Michael Keaton, man. Michael Keaton might have a problem with that one.
I don't think Michael Keaton was that great.
I liked Michael Keaton. I'm a Michael Keaton guy.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
But I watched Justice League on a plane on my way to Atlanta, and that's where I saw it for free, and it was
I saw it for free,
and it was worth it.
Exactly.
It was worth it.
Yeah, when it hits HBO or Showtime,
It'll be great.
I'm sure I'll catch it. You know what I mean? And hit the $5 DVD bin. But yeah, I guess okay. So
That concludes.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else we can get around.
That concludes the spoiler free.
Yeah, I will say this: I saw Infinity War in one of those 4D motion theaters that Showcase has that have like the air jets that blow on you, and
They blow you.
Nice.
I was in trouble right from the jump on that one. But actually, there's some cool parts, and then there's some annoying parts. Because I used this for the first time in Ready Player One.
Right.
Ready Player One, it was fine because a lot of the motion is very fluid.
Okay.
But in this one, every time Thanos hit somebody, I thought I was going to throw up.
Oh, yeah.
Because
it
the
hits you.
whole entire, not only does the whole seat move, but they have like things in the seats, in the backs,
you?
in your ass, in your neck,
Really?
that just boom. Like he hits somebody, you get punched in the back.
Oh,
Wow, weird.
And
brutal.
and he punched a lot of people in this fucking movie. So
Brutal.
by the end of it, first of all, there was a child next to me crying, and I thought I was gonna lose my goddamn lunch. But it was also 3D. I don't know if you guys saw a 3D version.
I did not.
No.
Out of principle, I don't.
It wasn't, again, I would have if it was my choice. Non 3D IMAX is what I was trying. It was what I was trying to see, but timing and seat position, because I was picking my seats and I wasn't going to sit in the front row for this movie.
Right.
So timing and seat position is what led me to this 4D ass kicking of a movie.
Yeah. Okay. Ass kicking.
I kind of want to try this.
I got my ass whipped in a movie. It's fun. Like I said, for Ready Player One, had a good time. In a less punchy type of movie, it might be a good time.
Less punchy type of movie.
But. So I watched it in 3D, and there was a few 3D effects. Like, what I feel 3D does now is does depth very well.
Yes, that's the best part of the 3D. Now that we've gotten past the whoa factor.
There was like 3 shots in Infinity War that did the throwing out at you thing.
Yeah.
And I had to take my glasses off for a minute because it fucked my eyes up.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh, you guys, like, did you add that for it was weird. It took. I literally had to take them off, do the old man. Oh my god, I gotta rub my eyes. Goddamn kids in their Infinity Stones.
Yeah, right.
Fresher.
As someone who doesn't wear glasses, I just don't like wearing glasses. That's why I don't go to 3D movies.
I don't wear glasses, but my eyes are definitely deteriorating. I will say that. But it's just gotten to a point now where I don't feel the 3D is necessary. IMAX.
No. Yeah.
This weekend I'm going to see it in IMAX.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure out a day. It's either going to be tomorrow, maybe Sunday. But the IMAX in Reading has
the Jordan's Furniture.
Furniture,
it's killer.
Biggest screen, best seats. Any of these big event type movies, that's the theater I want to see it in.
Yeah.
The bitch of it, they haven't got to select seating yet.
Right. Yeah.
So I seen
you got to get there early.
Force Awakens, Rogue One, I think Last Jedi also. Each one of them, 2-hour wait to get a decent seat.
Yep.
Ugh. Oh, it's a gut punch, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Sacrifices we make for our entertainment.
So now let's get into the spoilers.
Yeah, do we have like a war? There we go. I was going to say Scott Steiner, but the right to censor is just as good.
This will be a spoiler portion.
Warning. Spoilers. C-word.
My personal feeling is, if you haven't seen it by now and you get offended by anything up until this point, that's on you.
Like when the on-demand version of this post, it's going to say Avengers Infinity War review.
Yeah.
So if you click on that shit's on you, man.
Well, and also if you stuck around till this point.
Yeah, exactly. If you've gotten through all of our weird Star Wars and Airbender talk, we didn't talk Airbender, but
no,
we talked about something. What else? I'm completely
Batman.
blind.
Justice League.
Justice League. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Airbender.
Sure. This is how my ADD is working today. Avatar. That was it.
Different Avatar.
Different Avatar.
Different Avatar.
But they are an Avatar, aren't they?
They are. It's Avatar and Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah. Okay. So I knew I had seen that recently.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm all right.
Yeah, you made it.
Hanging in there.
All right, Bill. Let's kill it.
All right. Let's get into some spoilers. Everybody's fucking dead.
Oh my god. Everybody died. Head on over to didthanoskill.me.
Thanos fucking killed me.
Yeah.
I was slain.
On behalf of the universe.
On behalf of the universe.
So, here's the thing. Villains are at their best when their motivations are something you can sympathize with.
Mm-hmm.
At least on some level.
Yeah.
Right? Not being evil for the sake of being evil.
Right.
Bill and I saw Rampage. The movie Rampage with The Rock.
It was fun.
Of course you did.
Yeah, well, we have Movie Pass, so...
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, it was...
Fucks.
Yeah. So we went and saw it. And the bad guys in that movie are just evil for the sake of being evil.
My buddy Mark from England is just catching up on the Holds Bar. He's like, what's that smell? Thank you, Mark.
Nobody, like... They're just evil, and they're evil for the sake of evil, and none of their motivations make any sense. But Thanos is such a well-developed character that I understand his point of view, and I understand the goal he's trying to accomplish. That also being said, this movie is about him. He's the main character of this movie.
Oh, this is Thanos' movie. This could have been Thanos Infinity War.
Right. I was expecting him to not show up or show up sparingly throughout the movie.
I'm so happy he did. From Jump Street, I was on... Okay, and I texted you this.
Yeah.
I love rooting for the bad guys. When I watch wrestling, I root for the heels. When I watch movies, I root for the bad guys. One of my favorite characters is Mel Gibson in Payback. Okay. Literally the tagline of that movie is root for the bad guy. And I love it. And Walking Dead, Negan was a breath of fucking fresh air to that stale-ass TV show.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. And I still watch Walking Dead from day one to now. And Negan, you can give me more Negan every episode. I'm good. Same way I felt about Thanos. The second he showed up, I'm like, I'm fucking all in. This movie could be 8 hours long with just him on it. I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
Brolin crushed it. Fucking crushed it. I heard he was actually on set doing motion cap.
Yeah.
So he was there interacting with the other actors, which
is great.
Always better.
Always better.
Always fucking better.
Ask, what's his name? The guy that does all the monkeys.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis.
All the monkeys.
Yeah, he does all the monkeys.
And, Snoke.
Yeah.
He kind of does that, too.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, on I know
The Blu-ray?
the Blu-ray.
It's awesome.
The one-man show?
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
No.
Oh, my God. It's literally it's Andy Serkis without the CGI
Oh.
doing the whole Snoke throne room scene.
Oh, wow.
It's bonkers.
Okay.
Fucking watch that shit.
We'll talk about that after.
Watch that shit.
I've got the Blu-ray. We can watch it.
Yeah, watch that shit. That's one of the better special features, not the cry 2-hour documentary of fucking
Yeah.
bullshit. I get it. You wanted to make me... Anyway.
Yeah, right.
Infinity War. Everybody's dead. Yeah. From Jump Street. They show up on the fucking Asgardian ship.
Yeah, this movie just starts. For the first time in the history of movie theaters, the theater that I went to, the movie started at 6:30.
Oh my God, there was so many fucking trailers.
See-
I was getting nauseated. It's
See-
like, okay, Venom's cool, but do I need 20 other minutes?
See, here's the thing. I anticipated that, and
You
I
didn't get
showed
it?
up. I showed up to my movie at 6:36. I showed up and opened the door, and Thanos is just tearing Loki apart.
Yep.
And I'm like, what did I miss? How has this movie started at 6:30 and shit's already sideways?
Weird.
Yeah.
That's just weird.
I think they did what most movies should do.
It was that
And-
weird theater you went to.
Yeah, that weird shitty little hole-in-the-wall theater.
Yeah,
there.
that's odd.
But I would imagine that the difference is that they started the trailers before, so that the movie started at 6:30.
I mean, I like that idea.
Yeah.
I really do, especially if you're a choose a seat type of place.
Yep.
Because I showed up right on time for my movie. I think mine was actually 6:32, and sat through about a half an hour of
Yeah.
fucking trailers.
So did I.
This movie started at 6:30.
All of which I'm going to see.
This was a 2-hour and 43-minute movie.
Yeah.
The longest part of it, the time I was checking my watch, was the trailers.
Yeah.
Right.
Like this movie
Right.
moved.
This movie, the pacing, this is why.
The funniest part is, I had complaints on one of our early. It might have been Get Out or one of those earlier
Yeah.
shows where I complained about the length of Black Panther, and I
Right.
felt, it dragged here, it felt a little long to me. This was longer, and I loved it.
Well, and this is why all of the individual movies were so great, and the guy from the New Yorker is so wrong.
Go on, I didn't read it.
Oh, so the New Yorker released.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I only read the Times.
The New Yorker released a review, and his major criticism was this movie depends so heavily on the 18 films that preceded it that I didn't like it.
Eat a dick.
Yeah, right. Well, that's basically what everybody said.
Every one of those films has made almost $1 billion. I think everybody's seen it.
Right. Also, the funniest reviews or the rebuttals to it was, so I showed up to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Why is that boy with the scar chasing the man with no nose?
Right.
You know what I mean? This movie's bad. And it's like, well, probably because there were 6 other movies before this.
It's also like, this isn't the 80s.
Right.
You know what the Avengers are.
Right.
You need to start grading on a fucking curve, critics.
Right.
Like, if you walk into it thinking that, I can walk into the 19th... And this isn't just, this company has made 19 movies. It's a 19-movie saga.
Right.
This is a sequel to 18 other movies.
Right.
And it's not a secret.
Right, exactly. And
If you
everybody
walk
knows
in
it.
thinking, I can watch this without having any backstory and I'm going to... No.
No.
And guess what? You're going to have to watch this one to watch the next one.
Right. And that's the best part of this movie is that it pays off everything from all of the other movies before it. And it just goes. It just goes. This movie starts.
I mean, he jumps right into it. I'm worried about Valkyrie and Korg.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I mean, I read a review that said that I guess one of the directors said that she jumped into a pod with the half that lived.
Right.
Because the big thing everybody needs to remember,
yes,
is Thanos is killing off
half
50%.
Yeah.
Of existence.
Yes.
50% of everything. So he's literally on a fucking planetary road trip.
Yeah.
Stopping off at planets and spaceships and stations.
Just killing half.
And half.
Yeah.
It was a great, somebody posted a GIF from Eddie Murphy's Raw, and it was the great bit where he gets a woman from Africa, brings her over, and she learns about divorce,
right.
and she just keeps yelling, half! Yeah. That's what Thanos is. Half.
Half.
Killing half.
Doesn't matter. Half.
Odin has 2 sons. One of them's dead.
Yeah.
He fucked Loki up, and this is one of the things I loved about the movie and loved about Thanos. The violence was visceral.
Right.
It was brutal. I mean, I know I felt every punch, but watching it, you felt you heard the sound design was beautiful in this. The punching, but when he picks up Loki, and you can say, okay, Loki died honorably because you thought he's going to just turn on Thor again,
right, yeah.
give him the Tesseract. Okay, cool. No, he, magician's a sword and tries to stab him, doesn't, gets picked up. He's got the fucking gauntlet and one or two stones already in there.
Or 2,
and he has him by the fucking neck. Thor is chained down to the ground watching this, and it's just, you hear that crunching and cracking of his neck, and he throws him to the ground in a thud like a pile of fucking garbage at Thor's feet and moves on.
Yeah, and it's over. And then Thor fights him. Oh, no, Thor already fought him. Hulk fought him.
The whole, and of course the payoff, we have a Hulk. Hulk gets his fucking ass whipped.
Yeah.
By Thanos.
Yeah. He gets his ass beat.
Dude is a badass.
Yeah.
But I loved how this is a guy on a mission.
Yes.
And he has a goal. Half.
And it's understandable.
It's not a personal thing with him.
Right.
That's why when he drops Loki like a bad fucking habit and walks right over his dead body like it's nothing. Now, granted, the theater.
Yeah.
There was quite a gasp or two.
Right.
Because, I mean, at this point, Loki's died a couple times.
They even make reference to it later in the movie.
And they make reference to it. But I'm of full opinion, and we'll get to the ending of the movie, but I'm of full opinion that 3 main people are actually dead.
Yeah.
Like, not coming back.
Yeah.
There's like 70 people that are dead, but 3 are not coming back.
Yeah.
And Loki's one of those.
And so to warn Earth, Heimdall.
I'm sorry, 4. Idris Elba.
Yeah, Heimdall.
He died too. He got stabbed right through the fucking chest.
Yeah, Heimdall's dead. And Heimdall just shoots out
but in his
Hulk.
last valiant effort, he uses the dark magic and sends Hulk to Earth.
Right, to warn everybody that he's coming. And he crash lands right in Doctor Strange's labyrinth. The way that they connected these characters and these people, they all know who each other are except for like certain people, which is great. And then basically, what's the biggest missed opportunity has to be that at no point did Doctor Strange turn to Tony Stark and go, "No shit, Sherlock."
I read that a lot.
At no point did that happen.
I read that a lot.
Yeah.
So Cumberbatch played Sherlock in the BBC?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then...
I knew the movies. But,
yeah, and then the movies.
Okay. Yeah,
So...
maybe next one.
Yeah.
They got to get Martin Freeman in.
Yeah.
Because he was the Watson, right?
Yeah, he was Watson.
Or maybe he says it to the 2 of them.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
That'd be a fun one.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
Maybe Jude Law's in this.
Yeah, it could be.
Wasn't Jude Law in? No, he wasn't in any of these.
Is he in
movies.
the DCEU, which is they can't even do initials right.
Yeah, no, they can't. They can't. It's stupid. But yeah,
DCCU. What's wrong with that?
Even this the exposition-y stuff at the beginning of this, where it's just like, "Hi, I'm Doctor Strange. Hi, I'm Tony Stark. Oh, we kind of don't like each other, and this is going to be the basis of our dynamic for this whole thing because we each think the other one's a douchebag. Oh, look, a monster showed up. We got to fight something," and so they immediately just start fighting.
Can I? Okay, I'm not a fan of the new Iron Man suit.
Yeah,
seriously, it's a fucking windbreaker. Like his suit comes out of nowhere.
So
okay, is it kind of Black Panther-y?
It is. It's kind of Black Panther-y. So you know that necklace that he was wearing with the thing that looked like his chest plate?
I thought it was his chest plate.
No, so he got that removed. So he got his
I
chest.
thought they erased Iron Man 3
no,
from the history books.
No, so he got his
Fucking should have.
he got his chest thing.
That was another one that was a miss.
Yeah, I liked it because it was Tony Stark dealing with the post-traumatic stress
I
of the
like
Avengers.
that. The ending
Was stupid.
Was such a botch.
Yeah, yes, correct.
Okay.
Absolutely correct.
Okay. And it was too long.
So his suit is basically on him
So
at all
that's a
times.
necklace?
It's a necklace. It's not real. It's not in his chest.
Oh, see, because when him and Pepper were in the park and they were talking, I thought he reimplanted it. 'Cause
No.
I did remember Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and the past couple movies, I'm like, what the why does he still have that shit?
She calls it a gaudy piece of jewelry.
I just figured he
Yeah.
had it because he taps it a couple times, but it never swings around. I think if they gave it like a swinging momentum, it would have registered. I thought he had it reimplanted.
Yeah, no. It's so he wears that, and it controls nanites. So it's like the Black Panther suit. It just kind of is always on him.
See, I thought this shit was coming out of his fucking windbreaker.
No, it's coming out of that.
It's like, how many jogging suits do you own that are
Yeah.
Iron Man suits?
Yeah, no, it's coming out of that piece.
Okay. A little bit later on in the movie when they're on Titan and his helmet just replicates.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, well, that's because
Also because it was poor editing. It's like Thanos punches him and knocks the fuck out of his helmet.
Yeah.
By the way, knocked the fuck out of the back of my head too.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they cut the Thanos and they cut back and it's just there.
Right.
It's like
You saw it kind of grow a little bit. Yeah. But
we'll get to Tony in a minute.
So it has that ability because it's the nanites. It's not.
All right, now it makes more sense.
So-
I thought he actually had it reimplanted. Now that I know that it's a thing, that's what the suit is.
Yeah.
that makes more sense. I take back my gripe with it.
Yeah, that's why the suit can replicate,
Gotcha.
can like regenerate.
Gotcha.
And so they end up just fighting, and it's a ton of fun.
It's a ton of fun.
But then they end up getting.
He's got Thanos's crew there. Ebony
Yeah.
Maw. What is it? Cull Odysseus. Oh, fuck it. And Proximity Midnight. Basically, what is it called? The Black Army?
The Black Order.
Death? Black Order?
Yeah.
Cool.
And so they kidnap Doctor Strange because
they try to.
they succeed. They succeed in kidnapping.
Oh, that's right.
And he ends up on the ship. While that's going on,
I'm sorry, I was distracted because his cape kept stealing the scene.
Yeah, his cape's an amazing.
Not
character.
as much as the next character stole the scene.
Yeah.
though. Not Peter Parker.
Yep.
Motherfucking Ned.
Yeah.
Ned is my all-time favorite Marvel character now. I was like, okay, this guy's kind of funny with the porn line and the guy in the chair and all that
Right.
stuff. No, Peter just taps him. I need a distraction. Now, between Homecoming and Infinity War, how many times... You can tell by the smile on Ned's face, this has happened like 40 fucking times.
Yeah.
Because he bounces up and goes, we're all gonna die!
Yeah.
And he does it with such glee, as if it's a kid literally walking into Disney World for the first fucking time. It's like, we are all dead. And yes, steals the absolute scene. Spider-Man jumps out of the bus, does his thing, and jumps onto the spaceship.
Yeah.
Now we're on a big, as they say in the movie, a big donut in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah, it's a huge donut in the middle of Times Square, and it's the Peter Parker just goes and jumps on it,
As you do.
and
There you go.
he has no plan.
No.
And so Tony Stark is telling him, like, you got to get the hell out of here. And so he ends up giving him a new suit because he's running out of oxygen. So we get the Iron Spider suit.
That's right, because it's taking off into space.
Right, and so he doesn't have any oxygen or a way to process it. So he ends up...
Gets the Iron Spider, but he's going to send him off because Tony has the training wheels back on him.
Right, and
Kind of.
He basically just hits the parachute to get him off because Tony doesn't want to be responsible for him. He feels responsible for everything from Civil War.
Well, he also... it's very clear, I don't have to keep saying spoiler.
Yeah, we're already in there.
When Spider-Man gets on, Tony makes it very clear this is a suicide mission.
Yeah.
He doesn't fully expect... That was the call to Pepper he made.
Right.
It's like he doesn't fully expect to live.
Right, because he doesn't know where this ship is going.
A lot of them have only heard of Thanos.
Right.
In very mythical proportions.
Right, and this spaceship is just going somewhere.
It's going.
He doesn't know where it's going. And so, and then Spider-Man shows up.
To paradise.
Yeah, exactly. So Spider-Man hatches a plan with Iron Man.
From that very old movie,
From
Aliens.
that very old movie, Aliens.
You know what? I laughed at it, but Aliens is a fucking old movie.
It is an old movie.
It's an early 80s
It
movie.
is. It's like 82, right?
I think so.
So, and the thing is perfect because as soon as he says it, I'm like, oh, I've seen Aliens.
Yep.
Oh, I know exactly what they're going to do.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
and so they blow out, they just
86.
Yeah, they blow out the door or just the wall of this thing and suck out the Thanos guy.
Ebony Maw.
Yeah, they suck out Ma.
Oh, he's torturing the shit out of Doctor Strange, though.
Yeah, because he wants the Infinity Stone.
Yes, he does.
He wants.
He has a time stone.
Yes, he has the Time Stone, and so he can't take it off. Like it's so in. Like there's an incantation or something.
Bunch of spells.
So he can't take it off of him unless he gives it to him.
Bunch of spells.
Or dies.
Yeah, basically. So he can't give that to him, and they suck him out.
This leads to my favorite line in the whole movie, and it's in the trailer. But it's Peter Parker goes, "Hi, I'm Peter. I'm Peter," and Doctor Strange goes, "I'm Doctor Strange." He goes, "Oh, we're using our made up names. I'm Spider-Man."
Yep. Very good laugh in the theater. I was into.
Tom Holland is
Best Spider-Man.
amazing.
Best Spider-Man.
He is amazing.
I was content back in the day with Tobey Maguire playing Spider-Man forever. But
yeah,
nope,
Tom
no.
Holland way better.
Yep, and if Sony
Bill?
fucks this up,
Your thoughts?
Definitely Tom Holland's the best one by far.
By far.
and yeah, I mean I've heard he's cameoing in Venom possibly.
He should.
But if Sony fucks up this trying to start their own Spider-Man universe while Marvel has already crushed it,
Yeah.
God damn you.
Yeah, God
God damn you.
God damn you, because Tom Holland is
He is
fantastic.
awesome in it.
Yeah.
And they are handling him perfectly.
Exactly. So now while that's going on,
Yep.
we get the Vision and Scarlet Witch nonsense. Because
I realized in the theater, I was sitting next to a child. He couldn't have been any more than 12 years old.
Yeah.
I realized very quickly during the scene that kids don't like kissy stuff.
yeah, that's
It was
very Princess Bride.
Yes, very indicative of the Princess Bride, and they
Yeah.
don't. And because they had like 3 kissy scenes in this movie, and the kid groaned in every one. And I'm
of
like,
course.
good for you, sir.
Good for you, kid. That was a lot of nonsense and very whatever. I could care.
Vision sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Vision
Yeah.
is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, what does he exactly? What power does he possess?
The Infinity Stone, the Mind Gem.
But what the fuck can he do? Because isn't he supposed to be like part Ultron and
Yeah,
like
he phases in and out. He gets shipped off of
he
the.
gets fucked up so quick. Like they get the
Yeah.
jump on him, they stab him a bunch of times.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, first of all, you're a robot, so
Yeah.
you're not human. So why are you hurt?
Yeah, right.
Why are you
Yeah.
feeling
Yeah.
this right now?
Yeah, I could care less about the Vision. And,
Oh,
'cause-
again, great death scene at the end though.
Yeah, right.
Oh, not the first one.
Yeah.
But again, much like Loki, when fucking Thanos rips that shit out of his head, leaves a gaping hole, and just kind of throws him down like a fucking
Right.
piece of shit.
Right.
Oh, I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
Fuck Vision.
But the reveal introduction of Captain America and his crew.
Oh god, that beard was sexy as hell.
Well, the whole thing is just like, what the hell's happening? Then there's a train. Then there's just Captain America.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I take no nonsense. And he just decides to fuck shit up.
Yep.
Scarlet Witch is there. Everybody's there. They're having a ton of time.
I think we keep misnaming Black Widow with Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
I did it earlier.
Yeah, Black Widow.
Black
Widow.
Widow. Blonde
And-
Widow.
The Blonde Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they're like, "Hey, we gotta go to Wakanda because you're a person, and we gotta save this stone because
I did like the Cheeto scene where they
Yeah.
really kind of they came
Oh.
together because he had Banner with them.
and that's right. Because Banner calls him on the flip phone.
Yeah, on the flip phone. He called Cap, and I've read online people were a little pissed that Banner and Black Widow didn't have more of a thing. It's a 2.5-hour movie with 40 fucking characters.
Yeah,
they had their moment. They acknowledged their thing.
Yeah.
In a awkward silence.
Yeah. Right.
Fine.
That's fine.
Go with it. One's an assassin and one's a scientist who turns into a big green rage monster. They're not going to have a lovey-dovey conversation right here.
Right.
It's not like, the world's about to end, but let's go for tea.
Yeah. Let's figure this out.
Yeah,
Let's figure this out.
I know a nice, good steakhouse.
Yeah. So.
Morton's hasn't been destroyed yet, has it?
Yeah. Right. And so, while that's going on, the Guardians of the Galaxy find Thor.
And my favorite part of the movie begins.
When an angel had a baby with a pirate.
Yep.
The fact that
I could watch Thor Guardians crossover for days.
it was so funny. It was so funny. It is perfect. Having Star-Lord be jealous of Thor.
His Chris Hemsworth impression was dead on.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was so funny.
Are you lowering your voice? He is lowering his voice. voice. I can hear it.
Yeah.
My ears are excellent.
Yeah,
Fucking
Drax.
Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
God
Who
damn
knew?
Oh
him.
my God, that was my favorite part of the movie.
God.
The laugh part, at least.
When he was
He's standing there, he's eating the chips.
Yes, he's
I
just
move so slow I'm invisible. Oh,
no. I can
he's
see you.
awesome. But
Oh, hi,
assure you-
Drax. Damn it.
I assure you, you cannot see me right
see
now.
me right now. But for someone called Drax the Destroyer, he's kind of terrible at fighting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's terrible
Like,
at it.
In the
He
last,
turns into a block person.
now the third movie, he's just kind of, aside from jumping down a big lizard's throat before the opening credits of the second one, he's done nothing. He's done more damage than good. Like,
But even then, that was a joke.
yeah,
Because they blew up the lizard, but he was like, I totally get that guy from the inside.
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, with Thanos, it's like you're gonna blow your spot. Like the Guardians were terrible fighting Thanos. They just kept blowing their spots up.
Well, because it's funny because it kind of shows just how like B level they are.
Yeah.
Like they're not so great at this.
No, they're not. Well, I guess you know what? I take it back. Good character development. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
They are fucking idiots.
Yeah, they're a bunch of idiots. They're a bunch of idiots. The only person that has any sort of clue is actually Rocket Raccoon.
Rocket Raccoon.
Is the only one.
Because he trusts no one.
Right.
He's just there to fuck people over, steal shit, and make money.
Right. He's in it for numero uno and maybe the tree.
Tree and Rabbit.
Tree
oh my
and
God.
Rabbit.
Nobody else in my theater was laughing at that shit.
It's so funny.
Every time Thor called Rocket Rabbit, I laughed. And then all of a sudden, they land. He's like, this is my friend Tree. I am Groot.
I am Steve
I am
Rogers.
Steve Rogers. And we said it off air, but yeah, there's a lot of shit going down. I'm not unpacking this box right now.
Yeah, that's the funny. Steve Rogers, the MVP of this, he is such a fish out of water that he just looks at this tree that just talked to him, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm Steve Rogers. I gotta go fight an alien demon dog. Let's just okay. We'll deal with this later."
You know what? Let's go fight.
Yeah. Are you with me? Cool, great. Let's go.
This is my friend Tree and Rabbit.
This is Tree and Rabbit. I also love when Rocky Raccoon is trying to console Thor
Because
like,
he's captain.
Yeah,
Because
'cause
Thor makes him the captain of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Obviously, the only thing that makes sense. You're obviously a captain. I'm the captain. I'm the captain.
Yeah.
You hear that? You hear that, Quill? I'm the captain.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so
They break apart.
Yeah, and so they're off in their pod because they got to go forge
It's
a weapon,
Tree, Rabbit, and Thor.
which is a movie I would see unto itself.
Please, Chris Hemsworth, sign another fucking movie deal just to do Tree, Rabbit, and Thor.
Yeah. And so it's so goddamn funny.
Intergalactic road movie.
He just looks at him. He's just like, "So, dead brother, huh? That sucks."
That sucks.
And then Thor's response is amazing because he just looks back at him and he goes, "Yeah, this isn't the first time he's been dead, but I think this time it's gonna stick." And I do want to give Chris Hemsworth a ton of credit in this because that line is hilarious.
Yep.
But you can see it in his eyes just how torn up he actually is about it. It's amazing. It's like, Chris Hemsworth, you're actually phenomenal.
My hope is, and we've seen this new Thor come from Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Can you pronounce the director's name?
I'll take a
Of
look.
Ragnarok?
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
It is. Yeah.
It's a tough one. But basically, a lot of people are crediting him with bringing out this new,
Lighthearted.
while still very aggressive, but funny Thor.
I'd say jaunty. Jaunty is the word I would
That
use.
doesn't sound right.
Jaunty?
I thought there was a T in there.
No. I'm saying Thor is jaunty.
Oh, I thought you were saying his name.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying the name of the director.
Yes, exactly.
Thor is become while he is still very verbose
Yes.
and still very like Norse gaudy, he's far more fun.
Yes, exactly. And a lot of people are crediting him. And it was, I don't know if, did I say this on air or off air?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try.
But it basically, him and James Gunn were on set a lot. They were consulted a lot on this movie to get the tone of these characters right. Because they basically, Ragnarok rebooted Thor.
It did.
Because Dark World had him in the toilet.
Yeah, it was bad.
And it was right after that was when Hemsworth was doing a lot of the press being like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, 'cause it wasn't fun.
I don't like the fucking workout. I don't like the diet. I don't like
Yeah.
the bullshit. And this rebooted Thor. Let me see if I can get his name.
Taki Watanini. That's not even close.
I would guess Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
Taika. Yeah, Taika. Yeah, I'm good with Bills.
Yeah, Bills.
Taika Waititi. But yeah, so he's been credited because I mean he not only directed him, he was Korg.
Yeah,
he was also Korg.
Yes.
So and it was a very if you watched a lot of the Blu-ray shit, it was a fun set to be on.
Yeah.
He's running around like an asshole most of the time.
Yeah, sure.
It looks like a blasty blast.
Bye, new Doug.
Yeah, bye, new Doug.
Bye, new Doug.
And I'm so happy that they're like, oh yeah, he escaped with Valkyrie onto a pond.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, he's around.
Yeah, cool. He didn't die.
Because that guy's hilarious.
That guy is hilarious.
But yeah, and the new funny Thor meshed with the Guardians, where he's still Thor,
Right.
because it's almost like he's like a smarter and more successful Drax.
Yes.
Where he's like, I remember the first Thor, and I remember laughing
Yeah.
my balls off when he first got to Earth, and he's drinking the coffee, and he just
smashes
smashes it down. Give me another. It's like he's very literal.
It's the fish out of water.
Yes.
If he's in Asgard, he's 100% the norm.
He's cool.
But everywhere else, he's not.
No.
And so that's what I think Thor the Dark World didn't do a good job of, was maintaining that fish out of water like element to him that was so like childlike and naive.
Yeah.
Which I liked a lot.
Absolutely.
So they go to that star. I'm just going to stick with Rabbit and Thor.
Rabbit Tree and
'Cause-
Thor.
Because there's a lot of nonsense going on. So let's just stick with
This
that.
isn't even the goofiest shit yet because they have to make his axe.
Right. They go to the axe, and the dwarf that is Peter Dinklage,
They fucking had a giant Peter Dinklage.
it was.
I was like, literally, he popped up and go, oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, sorry.
Sorry. It was just like, of course, Peter Dinklage is.
awesome.
Of course,
dude.
Peter Dinklage is the giant dwarf. Of course.
Leaning so sarcastically into his Game of Thrones type shit. He's just
Yeah.
like, he's almost like the like phoning it in if he was on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, right.
But it worked perfectly in this.
It did.
Now here's a question. Okay, so Thanos made him create the Infinity Gauntlet,
Correct.
but killed everybody but him. Was there only 2 people on his planet?
No, I don't think so.
Because they were only killing 50%, and he
Well,
whacked
see,
everybody.
I think he just tried to murder everybody so they couldn't make another gauntlet.
All right, so his rule is not completely.
Yeah, I mean, he's still an asshole. I mean, he's still an asshole.
Touche. All right. So, yeah, so they get to Dinklage, and they have to create, because he's the one that made Thor's hammer as well as the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Now, when they're there, they see a mold of a gauntlet.
Yeah.
My guess is that's going to play in the next movie.
Yeah, probably.
Because we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get
Okay.
there.
But okay, so they have to like harness the sun or a star's
They have
energy.
to. They have to
Star.
restart the star.
The smelting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's sitting there. He's gonna be like, "Well, what's the verbiage?" He's like, you might die."
Yeah, he's like, if you take on the full force of a star, it might kill you,
And he
or it
goes,
will
"Oh,"
kill you.
And he goes, "Only if I die."
He goes, "Yeah,"
Only if I die.
And then he goes, yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, that's how that works.
It is that dry, witty shit
Yeah.
that works. Even in a movie
Yeah.
like this, where there is so much like despair, so much like,
Yeah.
oh shit, 70 of our favorite characters are fucking dead at
Yeah.
the moment.
Yes,
At
correct.
the moment, they're dead.
Correct.
But it's still a fun movie. DC, I'm talking to you, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Be fun. Be fun.
That line in the Deadpool trailer when Cable gives his monologue, he's like, oh my god, it's so dark. Me from the DCEU?
Yeah. Ew.
Yes, you guys need to lighten the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's comic books, for fuck's sake.
Right. And so
Hashtag it's comic books, for fuck's sake.
yeah. So while that's going on, Thanos finds Gamora. How does because they try to kill him at the Collector because they try and get the stone from the Collector.
Right. Oh, okay. Now, little fun Easter egg in this scene. I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody saw it. If you're an Arrested Development fan,
Yep.
Tobias is blue in one of the Collector's cages.
Yeah.
He's the Blue Man Group with his never nude shorts.
Yes. I saw this later. I didn't.
I did too, because I was trying to avoid, as I do with movies I really want to see like this, I avoid every type of, like, I watch the first trailer and then ignore everything.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Soft eyes on the internet until I see it.
Yeah. Right.
So I saw a headline and I thought it said something like Arrested Development character in post-credit scene. So I'm like, oh, cool. Don't gotta look for him. And then I'm like, I'm watching the post-credit scene, which we'll get to, and I'm like, I don't see anybody. I was like expecting maybe Job on a fucking Segway
Yeah.
or something, but
Yeah.
I didn't see
Yeah.
anything. And then I went and Googled, and I'm like, oh, all right, I guess that makes sense. Second viewing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that's what I got to go back for.
Yeah, that's
I got to
what you
see
gotta go back.
Tobias in a cage in IMAX.
But this leads to ultimately the second awesome cameo that I wasn't expecting.
Oh.
Where Gamora takes Thanos to get the Soul Stone. And the Guardian of the Soul Stone.
Well, we also realize in this scene with the Collector about all the reality stone.
The reality
That's
gem.
really where that comes into play, because we realize when they show up,
Yeah.
he's already gotten here, he's already got the stone, and he's already fucked shit.
Yeah, he already murdered everything.
Benicio del Toro just to wave goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay, there's another character. He's dead.
He's dead. He's straight up dead.
Straight up dead.
Yeah, he's straight up dead. And so he takes Gamora because Gamora knows where the Soul Stone is.
We do get a good backstory before this. We see a young child Gamora.
Yeah.
When Thanos is slaying half
Of her planet.
And it really sets up their relationship, which is great that they took the moment to do this because of what happens
later
next.
Yeah, because because we had always heard that Gamora is the daughter of Thanos.
We just never knew the extent.
And we never knew the extent, and we find that this humanizes Thanos.
Yes.
In a great way.
Again, Brolin fucking crushed these scenes.
Where he's like, I'm doing this, and he talks about it in the monologue when he's on Titan later.
Yeah.
And it makes a ton of sense where he's like, I'm doing this to save the universe.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, he is justified in his brain.
Right. In his brain, he is 100%
There is
right.
no changing his mind on this one.
And it's just like, yeah, man, I'm not killing this little girl because she's an alien, she's like a different alien than I am.
Like I said about the throwing Loki down or throwing Vision down like a pile of garbage, it's not a personal thing.
Yeah.
They're just another thing in his way for
the goal.
Getting balance.
Right.
It's not even like Thanos has world domination on his mind. If you read
It's
the
balance.
through line, it's balance is the word he keeps using, and he wants to be done so he can rest.
Yeah, he wants to finish.
He just wants to sit down and chill out.
Everybody wants to be
Fucking
evil.
Miller time, Thanos.
Yeah, like Loki wanted to rule Earth. Thanos doesn't necessarily want to rule the universe.
And you hear stuff like Gamora's planet.
Yeah.
Years after I did that, wasn't your planet better? They flourished. There was more food. There was more crops.
Yeah, there were more people learned more.
Now, granted, people would argue, well, now that you got the Infinity Gauntlet and these stones, couldn't you just kind of zap some crops, dude?
Yeah, right.
Instead of
yeah.
Where's the fucking fun in that?
Yeah, where's the fun? And so he just takes this girl, who's lost, and he raises her.
Yeah.
And so then,
granted, he raises her as a killer.
Yeah, as an absolute
fucking mercenary.
Yeah. And so she takes him to the Soul
didn't
Stone.
Enjoy the childhood.
No, she did not. No, she did not.
She's all fucked up in this.
Yeah. Well, and she's not as all fucked up as she could have been.
I've heard the comic was much worse. She was like a burnt up zombified type of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah. Somebody's got to fly Tony off of Titan.
Yeah, right. Somebody's got to do it. So they show up to where the Soul Stone is, and that's where we find out where the Red Skull's been this entire time.
Not the original actor.
No, it was not.
Ross Marquand from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And the best Matthew McConaughey impression I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Ross Marquand, yeah. Taking up the Red Skull. Yeah, he was kind of like sent there?
Yeah, so at the end of Captain America...
Because everybody's always talked about Red Skull's still out there. I'm like, didn't he? We had a pretty final at the end.
No, so he grabs the Tesseract and gets sucked up into space.
Oh, see, the non-comic book person just thought he was fucking dead.
Yeah, well, I assume...
Sorry, logic.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy to believe that he got sucked into space and died.
Sure.
But yeah, no, this is where he's been. He's also a ghost now.
Hashtag as you do.
Yeah, as you do. He's also a ghost now. And
is he?
He's like the Grim Reaper.
Well, he's protecting the Soul Stone. So is it like just his essence, his soul is just there?
Yeah, he's just there.
Just chilling.
And so then
is it kind of like the Guardian of the Grail in Last Crusade?
Yes.
So once someone collects it, he can now
rest.
So
he can rest.
Red Skull's gone too.
Yeah, Red Skull's too.
Okay. Sorry, Ross.
Yeah. And
no Infinity 4 paycheck.
Yeah, sorry. And then you find out that in order to retrieve the Soul Stone, you have to give up something.
Yep.
And it just so happens that
not something
you love.
the one thing you love.
Yeah.
The thing you love the most.
And that's the thing he loves the most. And it's funny.
To which Gamora starts laughing because she believes, much like most people who have ever heard of Thanos, he loves nothing.
Right.
He loves nothing.
Right. Except for the Infinity Gauntlet and the gems. And he can't get the gem if he can't give the gem.
Right.
Right. And he doesn't realize that, no, it's her.
They kind of pan around. And again, Brolin.
Yeah.
With that tear running down his face, it's like, fuck, dude, I'm starting to feel sympathetic for this guy.
Yeah.
Like, he actually likes this kid.
Yeah.
You know?
And he fucking murks her.
You know, okay, so here's the thing. I do have a slight issue, a nitpick with this one. I believe Gamora's dead.
Yeah.
Okay. However, and I'm going not only off my own feeling, but the reaction in my theater wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
And I believe the reason was we didn't get a thud.
Yeah.
They sent her down, and she started to Hans Gruber her way down Nakatomi Plaza, and then they cut to Thanos, and then they cut to her laying on the ground.
Right.
If they had stayed on her and maybe did a couple, basically what they did in Die Hard.
Yeah.
Couple seconds of slow motion, oh shit, I'm falling off a cliff, and then full speed splat.
Yeah,
You know, it's a PG-13 movie. You don't have to show her splatting, but even if they cut to Thanos and you heard that guttural thud,
yeah,
it's like, fuck, like that would have registered, much like Loki's neck cracking.
Yeah.
You would have had that audible
crunch.
Fuck, this is it.
Yeah.
This character that we love from Guardians of the Galaxy is dead.
Yeah, right. And so
that while I believe she's dead, I don't believe her death was as emotional.
Yeah.
And I'll get to one more in this that I feel. Did I already talk about the Tony Stark one? No, I talked off air.
Yeah, off air. But now that he has the Soul Stone, it's time for him to collect the Time Stone. So he ends up on Titan, where he is confronted by the rest of the Guardians.
Yeah, we got Drax, we got Mantis, we got Quill, we got Iron Man, we got Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange.
Right, and so they're going to have this plan.
No tree or rabbit.
Yeah, no tree or rabbit.
I did have a big belly laugh in this fight scene, by the way.
Kick, magic kick. Kick with a punch?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Star-Lord. Boop! And falls into the god. He flips the bird and falls back into one of those portals.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. That fight scene is awesome.
But Spider-Man was fantastic in it.
Yes. Well, as he is in this entire movie.
Magic kick. Yeah, that's a given.
Yeah, magic punch. Magic punch. Magic with a kick.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
It was so great. And so
now again, logic into a comic book movie for a second. Why didn't Doctor Strange just send Thanos into a fucking hole?
Yeah.
And send him across space?
Yeah, I have no idea. Why didn't he just open up a portal and throw him into the sun?
Anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, I want to say, movies like this, one of the main reasons we as moviegoers go to movies like this, Thanos threw a moon at these motherfuckers.
Yeah, he did.
He reached up and threw a fucking moon at them.
Yeah, and then Tony Stark has the awesome line of, if you throw another moon at me, I'm going to be mad.
I'm like, God, I can't wait to see this in IMAX. He threw a moon.
Yeah, it's great. But Doctor Strange has seen 14 million different outcomes for this.
Yep.
And there's only one where they win.
Yep.
So it's very interesting.
It is. And it does play into the ending.
It does play into the ending. And it plays into the way everything goes down.
Yeah.
So they end up subduing Thanos, which is crazy. And that's when Peter Quill loses his shit.
Yep. Because Mantis kind of does her sleepy time thing.
Yeah.
And
he's so strong. She's having a tough time.
She's having a tough time. They're trying to get the Infinity Gauntlet off him. It's Iron Man.
Spider-Man.
Is Drax there?
I think Drax is there.
He might have already been knocked.
He might be holding him down.
That might have been it. Because I think it was just Iron Man and Spider-Man pulling it off. Because I feel Drax would have just yanked that shit off.
Yeah.
But she is having a hard time keeping him asleep.
Yeah.
Keeping him sedated. And meanwhile, Quill's sitting there interrogating him, and while he's kind of got all the dopamine going on, whatever's happening in his head, he's like, I had to kill her.
Yeah, right.
And
he loses
they're literally yelling at him. They're like, dude, we have his thing. It's off. We're down to the fingertips.
Yeah, right.
And he just starts punching him and wakes him up. And okay.
Yeah.
It's over, Johnny.
Yeah, and then he ends up destroying everybody and
fucks everyone up. I got punched so many times in the back in this scene.
Yeah, and he stabs Tony Stark.
There you go. Right through. Straight through. Not a little stabby.
Yeah.
No. big ass fucking blade thing right through the gut, through the back.
Yeah.
And that got the biggest audible gasp and oh my God in my theater.
Yeah.
Like, just.
Mine as well.
It might have been surround sound. It was like, oh my God. Oh my. Like, this is a 10-year-old character that we've grown to love.
Yeah, right.
And for me, again, it's a you know, the internet can be a blessing and a curse. The curse side of things is knowing people's contracts.
Right.
And knowing that Downey and Evans and Hemsworth are really up. They're done. I've been ready for Tony Stark to die since Civil War.
Yeah.
I thought that was it. And now Thanos beat the shit out of him. And every time, and they do this very well, every time his mask comes off in a fight like this, you're reminded this dude's just a man.
Yeah, he's just a guy.
Thanos is a fucking god that is the strongest thing in the universe, and he's punching him in the face.
Yeah.
That should have killed him alone.
Yeah, right. With a metal glove.
And now Tony's sitting there bloodied with a big old blade through him, and Doctor Strange goes back on his word. Because the blade apparently didn't kill him, because now Tony's on his knees, and Thanos has the gauntlet up to his head. Apparently he's just going to blow his head up or something like that.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange, who earlier in the movie, foreshadowing, pal, says, if it comes down to saving your life, the kid's life, or protecting this stone, I will let you two die.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah.
He says, spare his life, I'll give you your little emerald here.
Yeah.
And he does.
Right.
Now, I'm still sitting there like, yeah, but that fucking knife is like, it's through him. He's fucking dead, dude.
Right.
Like, he's a popsicle right now. No, he's got some like a Instaflat, and he just kind of sprayed or lasered his fucking gut together, and yeah, we're all cool.
Yeah, right.
And to me, that was probably, if I had to pick a deflating moment of this movie, it was that. It was not having Tony Stark die.
Yeah.
Because you built the emotion. If he had never stabbed him, if it was just a beat up scene,
right,
and he beat him to a pulp and he was ready to blow his head off,
yeah,
okay. But he stabbed him through the body.
Yeah.
You got an entire theater of people to now process and mourn this character.
Yeah.
And 5 seconds later, he's literally sitting there with some whipped cream going,
yeah, I'm okay.
I'm cool. Where's the spaceship out of this bitch?
Yeah, right.
You know, I'm gonna crack some wise. I'm all right. You know, no big deal. Chicks dig scars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, no.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, pay that off.
Yeah.
That should have been a death that was paid off. I understand for the later death why.
Yes.
But in that moment, that pissed me off a bit.
Yeah.
Now, again, one of the big online questions, was this still the future that Doctor Strange saw?
I think this is the one.
Because there's two camps. It's
Right.
either this, or it was they got the fucking gauntlet off his hand when Mantis had his head screwed up.
Yeah.
I think we all know what it is. It's this one.
Yeah, right.
So we get down to we're in Wakanda now, right?
Yeah, so Wakanda's the last.
Wakanda forever, bit. Okay,
Yeah.
before we get into Wakanda. You guys seen Beautiful Girls?
No.
Okay, watch it. Good movie, based in Bridgewater.
Okay.
Matt Dillon, Michael Rappaport. It's all about mass holes who plow driveways in the winter.
Sure.
Good, funny fucking '90s Miramax movie. But there's a character in it, and at the end of the movie, Timothy Hutton is going back to New York City, and his snowplowing buddy just kind of pulls up next to him, half drunk, and he's like, "Yo, man, stay cool forever." Every time I hear Wakanda Forever, I just hear that guy's voice.
Yeah, okay.
There's some high, half drunk, hangover fucking dude just be like, "Wakanda Forever, man."
Yeah, right.
It's not a cool rallying cry. I'm sorry, it's not.
No.
I know everybody's all about this Black Panther, Wakanda Forever shit. And people have fucking. It's almost like a fucking political pin I see people wearing.
Yeah, sure.
No, it doesn't do it for me. I thought they're chanting "Woo-ha," whatever the hell that guy was yelling. That was a lot fucking better. Like that shit I'm scared of. You going
Wakanda Forever.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Good job.
Yeah, so basically what they've got to do
Fucking
now,
X-Pac.
and they're trying to do, everybody else, they're trying to get the stone out of Vision's head so that Vision won't die, right? Or at least Vision won't be murdered by Thanos.
Yeah. This whole thing, this part of it, because it's Vision, I think it bothered me. But basically, they're doing all this to save Scarlet Witch and Vision's budding relationship.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only reason. He's software.
Yeah, he is.
Even Banner says it.
Yeah.
He's like, you're part me and Tony and Ultron. Like, you're fucking software, dude.
Yeah, right.
Like, why not just reboot this bitch?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Hard plug.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're
trying.
They're trying to get rid of the stone.
And I do love Black Panther's sister. The names on Wakanda are a nightmare.
Yeah.
But Black Panther's sister being like, why didn't you just do this, and this? And God bless these Marvel writers. Banner looks like goes, we didn't think of it.
Yeah,
The smartest two people on Earth.
Yeah, and then this child is just like,
She's like, I got this.
Yeah, I got this. So the battle just starts.
Yeah, because they're trying to get through the Wakanda force field, and the rabid Wolverine dogs are just killing themselves, which is awesome. Actually, they kind of look like they reminded me of the Resident Evil dogs.
They did remind me of the Resident Evil dogs.
Just rabid dogs without a care. They're killing themselves to try to get through.
Right.
But then all of a sudden they start to go around, and Black Panther realizes, if they go too far, they're going to be able to get a backdoor in.
Yeah, right. Well, they'll weaken the entire force field to the point where it just all collapses.
Right.
So they let them through.
Open up 17A.
Yeah, and so they let them through and they just start brawling.
Awesome.
And
awesome.
They basically everybody's fighting.
Have we mentioned that Banner's in the Hulkbuster yet?
Yeah, no. He's in a Hulkbuster because he can't Hulk out.
Banner's in the Hulkbuster trying to get Hulk to come out, and Hulk keeps yelling no.
Yeah, he can't do it.
Okay, earlier we referenced this. I like the reasoning.
Yeah.
Because Hulk basically turns into Mongo from Blazing Saddles.
Right.
It's like, Sheriff Bart first man to whip Mongo.
Yeah.
Mongo's scared.
Yeah,
that was
right.
Hulk. Thanos was the first guy to beat him.
Yeah.
And beat him savagely, and now he's scared of him. He ain't he's done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Now, to me, and there was that great line in the first Avengers that I kept in my head rolling back to, where Banner said, I tried to kill myself, but the other guy spit the bullet out.
Right.
Well, that's what I thought was going to happen.
Right.
And that is why trailers lie.
Yeah, right.
Trailers fucking lie. Because there's the great hero shot of Black Widow, Captain America, Black Panther, his whole crew, Falcon, War Machine.
Yeah, everybody.
And the Hulk running through Wakanda at a battle.
Yeah, and he's
never fucking happens.
Yeah, which is great.
Never happens. Fuck trailers.
Yeah, it's great.
Fuck trailers.
Yeah, well, it's because they make those so early on.
They lied. Well, the scene was kind of there.
Right.
But it was a Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
So he can't get him out. There was a couple scenes where I'm like, because I was waiting for that shot.
Yeah, and it just never happened.
So the Resident Evil dogs are on top of Hulkbuster, ripping them apart. I'm like, this is it. It's like Hulk's gonna fucking
Well, and he even
explode.
says it. You like to make an entrance, let's make the entrance.
Right. And I did dig how they kept kind of popping him on the side of the face.
Yeah.
Banner kind of fell asleep for it was kind of cool.
Yeah. And so the fight starts going sideways, and Thor shows up.
And Rabbit and Tree.
And that's where we get the I'm Groot, I am Steve Rogers.
I completely expected the Zeppelin song to play a second Thor song because it was such that moment where he just hit it and destroyed every fucking thing.
Yeah, he's just murdering stuff. And so
Rabbit, great line to fucking Winter Soldier. He's like, how much for the gun? It's not for sale. How much for the arm? It's not for sale. I'm going to get that arm.
I'm going to get that arm.
Yes, because he had given Thor the eye earlier.
Yeah.
Which paid off the scene in the prison at
in
Guardians
the first
2.
One. Oh, in Guardians.
Remember when Baby Groot was bringing all the shit back? They were trying to find...
when he took the dude's eye,
they
but
were
they're
trying to find
Rooker's
fin. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he brought the dude's eye back. He's like, no, just give it to me. I'll still take the eye.
Yeah, I'll still take
that was the eye.
Yeah, so it was great.
Yeah. That's also why in all the promotional material, Thor had two eyes.
Yes.
People were like, dude, they didn't even put the eye patch on. What the fuck? Are they just going to not talk about? Because the internet wants to know everything right away. It's like, just let shit play out, man.
Right. So Thanos shows up.
Oh, yeah, he does.
So Thanos shows up. Thor almost kills him.
Almost.
Throws the axe, hits him square in the chest.
And then buries it deeper.
Yeah, and he just looks at him and goes, you should have aimed for the head.
Yeah, but at that point, he'd already had the last stone. He'd already done the thing with Vision.
Oh, did he?
Yep, because Thor was right there burying the thing, and that's when...
Oh, yeah.
So the whole deal's happening, and Thanos is beating everyone's ass. Captain America had a little bit of moxie in him.
Yeah.
He held back the glove for a second.
Yeah, he was trying to do it.
You know, super soldier is a super soldier. Let's see how he dies next movie.
So Vision...
Scarlet Witch shows up, and blows everyone to hell. And
Right.
the chick from The Walking Dead has one of the great lines. She could have been great at cinema since. Where the hell was she the whole fucking time?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're just chilling up in your skybox waiting for your boyfriend to get his fucking head rearranged. Meanwhile, we're dying out
Yeah,
here.
yeah, right.
You could have saved everybody.
Yeah, where have you been this whole time? Right. So
very
she
cool.
destroys the stone.
Yeah, I mean, there was a cool chick fight in there with Black Widow, and
Yeah.
I won't get her name right, but the chick from The Walking Dead. It was Scarlet Witch,
Okoye.
Black Widow. What is it?
Okoye.
Okoye. Thank you. And Proximity Midnight, which
Yeah.
was Thanos' chick. So there was
Yeah.
it's a fatal four-way between
Yeah,
the two.
all the women.
Yeah.
It was a women's battle royale.
It was not hell in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And then so the only way to prevent the 50% of the universe being killed is to destroy
Immediately,
is to destroy the
Mind
fucking
Stone.
the Mind Stone. And the only person powerful enough is Scarlet Witch.
Right.
Coincidence?
Yeah, right.
So she blasts Vision in the face. And
Yeah.
Phrasing. And
he
he blows up.
Yeah.
But Thanos is like, yeah, nice fucking try. Time stone, bitch.
Yeah, rewinds the whole fucker.
Rewinds it and is like, I'm sorry, you got to witness that twice. Rips it in such awesome fashion, like a gaping goddamn
Yeah.
hole in his head. And then again, dumps his lifeless, colorless, which I hear plays into the comics,
Yeah.
body onto the ground. Drops that bitch in there. That's when Thor did the axe thing. Buries the axe, and he's like, you should, like you said, should have aimed for the head.
Boom.
Bink.
And everybody dies.
Yeah. Oh, with the quickness.
Yeah, and so it was nuts. Everybody just starts falling to ash.
So it started off like, okay, a lot of
Ancillary
a lot of
people.
extras are dying.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Bucky dies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that to me got me up on the edge of my moving seat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, this is how they're gonna start they kill, like I was gonna be like, oh, that's how they're gonna do Iron Man or
Right.
Cap. One of them is gonna go and that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, Falcon died and maybe one other thing. And then all of a sudden Black Panther died. And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck off.
And Groot.
You have literally the most popular fucking franchise in Black Panther right now. You ain't killing your fucking golden goose. Then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, all the Guardians of the Galaxy outside of Rocket and fucking Gamora's sister die.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Nebula.
fucking dies.
Yeah, Spider-Man
and
dies.
Spider-Man, out of all the fake deaths in this movie, Spider-Man was the gut punch.
It was.
Just because of the performance between Downey and Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, I don't feel good. I don't want to go. I don't want to die. But it's just like, that was
Brutal.
That was the reason and the payoff for how I felt when Tony Stark didn't die.
Yeah.
You needed that to happen
Yeah.
for this to happen.
Right.
Doctor Strange dies.
Right. But he looks at him, and the important thing that happens in that death is he looks at him and he goes, we're in the end game now. Mm-hmm. And so this is I
This
don't
could be that one.
right, and I don't know if he told Tony what to do.
I don't think he did. I think it just ended with it's going to end with Tony and Nebula on Titan.
Yeah.
And they got to get their asses,
Somewhere.
back to the future, man.
Yeah, right.
They got to get out of there.
But
I
then-
mean, how Tony doesn't have his shit anymore because Thanos fucked his suit up.
Yeah.
So he's got to worry about atmosphere now.
Yeah, everything's
Hopefully
fucked.
that moon he dropped on the planet didn't fuck their ship up.
Yeah. But the coolest part about it is the movie ends with Thanos just watching the sunrise.
Well, it basically, again, this was Thanos' movie, like you said earlier.
Right.
And this was what he had been saying all along. The end game for him was snap my finger, restore balance to the universe,
Right.
and go have a fucking Coke and a smile on my porch.
Yeah.
That's it. Drop my glove and just chill. Like, my
Yeah.
job is officially
Done.
done. Now, after he because he snapped his finger, and immediately we cut to him and baby Gamora in some place.
Yeah.
I've read reviews and stuff like that which have included what this possibly is.
Yeah.
Which possibly is him going straight into the Soul Stone.
Right.
Which most people believe is where everyone who turned to ash will be.
Yeah.
In the next movie, and somehow will then come out of it. But what concerned me more was when they came back, the gauntlet was all fucked up.
Yeah, the power of the gauntlet
Is done.
Yeah,
So he needs a new one, or somebody needs to make a new one and get those stones.
Yeah,
because the stones is still cool.
Right, because basically the reason the gauntlet is a catalyst to use all of the stones at once.
Right.
Because remember how in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Quill grabs the stone.
Sure.
That he's supposed to explode.
Yes.
Right? And
because he's part God.
But because he's part God, he doesn't.
Right.
And so that's what ends up happening. Everybody looks at him like, how did you grab an Infinity Stone in your bare hand?
Side note, Quill, Spider-Man, Drax. Tell him about the dance-off that saved the universe. Oh, you mean like Footloose? Yeah, like the greatest movie ever? It never was.
It never was.
It never
Is
was.
Footloose still the greatest movie ever? No, it never
Fuck
was.
me. Great stuff. Okay, go on.
Yeah. So the gauntlet is basically the buffer to make sure that you don't die.
Right.
If you use all of the stones at once. But yeah, the gauntlet's destroyed because he...
It's also a lot easier because Thanos can obviously hold all the stones. It's just easier than having like those marbles in your hand. It's like, I want to put my glove for me, man.
Yeah, to use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's
Like,
decorative.
get all my apps in one place.
Yeah, decorative.
So in 4,
Yeah.
they're going to need to create a new gauntlet, which I'm guessing is what we saw on the Dinklage planet.
Yeah.
Because they have the prototype or the model and whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. So that's probably going to play into it.
Right, probably.
Let's see. What else?
Captain Marvel.
Again, it's like the bitch of the ending is having too much knowledge about contracts and
Yeah.
stuff, and the way Marvel announces stuff. We know there's going to be a Spider-Man sequel. We know there's a Black Panther sequel. We know there's a Guardians 3.
Yeah.
They literally killed every one of the Guardians. Groot got a pretty good fucking reaction from the crowd in the theater. Like, oh,
Yeah.
who doesn't love Groot? Despite it's Vin Diesel.
Yeah, despite it being Vin Diesel.
You know, it'd be better as a Rock.
But
yeah, post-credit scene after the longest credits ever.
Oh, it was dragged so bad
Holy
because I knew
shit.
there was that post-credit scene.
And
Just like,
no
God.
mid-credit scene to kind of give us a donut before
something.
dinner. Yeah, man, it was like, give me something. And I'm sitting there like, that was it. It was like the trailers before and the credits after were the biggest drags, which is saying something for a 2-hour and 40-minute movie.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, we finally get there.
Sam Jackson.
Sam Jackson and the chick
Maria Hill.
and they're just they're driving, and all of a sudden a black SUV. Of course, it couldn't have been a fucking Toyota.
Yeah, right.
It has to be a black SUV, so everybody's because I didn't figure it. It didn't click with me right away.
Same.
Right.
I thought because all I'm picturing is Winter Soldier when the
Right.
black SUV's cut off,
Right. Well, I think that was the point.
and I'm like, oh, who's in that truck? And all of a sudden he kind of breaks away from the truck, and I'm like, oh, nobody's in the truck. What's happening? And then it didn't click until she started going. I saw the people going. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but who the fuck's in the truck?
Yeah, right.
What's happening with the truck?
Yeah,
and then the
person
helicopter crashed. I'm like, what the hell? Oh!
This is the real world implication of the Thanos stuff.
So he pulls out the 90th of 90s beepers.
Yeah.
And da 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 da. And as he's motherfuckers going away,
Yeah.
we see sending.
Yeah, right.
Only one other person in the theater got that.
Yeah.
Everybody else was like, what the
What was that?
What is that?
Yeah, nobody knew.
One dude in the corner, Captain Marvel! Woo!
Yeah, right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Internet.
Yeah, thank you.
That's the Internet talking from the back of the theater. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
Thank you.
And yeah, so we got Captain Marvel coming March of next year.
Yeah, Ant-Man first.
Well, yeah. But she's coming March of next. She's going to be the last movie before the next Avengers.
Yes, and
and it's going to be set in the 90s.
Yes, so these two movies are set. The next two
The next two.
are so Ant-Man is next, and that's set before Infinity War.
Okay, here's a thought.
Yes,
I know it's set before.
right.
Is there any possibility? And of course, it's a possibility. But what do you feel about at the end of like an Ant-Man? All of a sudden, no notice, nothing. People start turning to fucking ash.
I mean, that would be pretty cool.
That would be a connection.
It would be a connection. I would expect the post-credit scene to be the connection.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Post-credit scenes have fucked up more movies than not. I mean,
Yeah.
How many times have we seen Thanos in the post-credit scene with the gauntlet in one of them?
Yeah.
But what's the other one?
Then Captain Marvel,
So we got
Ant-Man,
Ant-Man
and Captain Marvel.
like next month.
Yeah.
2 months, right?
Yeah, something like that. June or July.
What's in the winter? There's got to be a winter movie.
No, those are the only two.
Bullshit.
Those are the only two.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Google is your friend.
Yeah.
The kids are faster at this shit.
Yeah.
Let's
If
see.
you want to count Venom.
Yeah, Venom doesn't count.
I do not. I know Deadpool also, but that doesn't count either. I was actually okay. So here's something. So there was an article. The Russo brothers are trying very hard to get Fox properties in the in the next movie.
Well, that's what the biggest thing is. They tried to film this and the next one at the same time, but due to salaries, they couldn't.
Sure.
And so they had to wait, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing because
Pretty sure Downey's in the $60 million a movie range.
Yeah, and so now they had to wait. Well, in the time of waiting, they acquired the X-Men, basically.
And X-Men, Deadpool, fucking...
Yeah, so they can all be in the next one if they want them to be.
That was something I was like, okay, so here's something. A lot of people were talking about, who's going to cameo, who's going to pop up, who's going to this. I thought, okay, maybe we'll get a post-credit, maybe Deadpool will pop up in there. I don't know all the merger stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently that's not allowed yet.
No, not yet.
But you were also thinking stuff like maybe a Luke Cage, maybe a Jessica Jones, or Punisher, nothing. There was none of those, like,
none of those people.
I mean, granted, there was 40 characters already.
Yeah.
Having, people pop up. I mean,
yeah.
I'd like to see
Avengers 4.
I'd like to see Luke Cage in this one.
Avengers 4 is slated for May 3rd of next year.
And Captain Marvel's in March.
March 8th.
Okay.
So.
And so we got, let's see. Yeah, you're right. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, fine. I'm fine with it. It keeps away that fatigue that we've been talking about.
Well, one, it keeps away the fatigue, and two, this doesn't progress the story. It just points the story in a different direction until we get the sequel.
Where's the Hawkeye movie?
He's going to be in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm sure he is.
All right.
He's out on a farm. But yeah, I mean, in 2019, we got Captain Marvel, then the Avengers, then okay, so Spider-Man doesn't come till after the Avengers, so at least we got that much. Then Guardians 3 in 2020, and then we move on from there. I'm sure we got Black Panther at some point.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah,
so that's
great fucking movie.
I loved it.
Great movie.
Fantastic. Bill, thoughts?
Loved it.
Going to see it again this weekend.
Yeah.
I definitely want to see it again.
I'm not going to see it this weekend.
You're going to see it in a foreign language.
I'm going to see it in a foreign language.
But yeah, okay. Thanks for tuning into the bonus episode of That Movie Show. Please follow us on Twitter at Mike Wendt, at Liam NEI, at Bill Neville, hashtag That Movie Show on Twitter, and be sure to hit the follow or subscribe button on twitch.tv/New Age Insiders TV.
Yep.
And of course, let us know on Facebook and social media what would you like us to review.
Yeah,
Because while these are fun, I mean the new movies are rare, few and far between.
I got a good list. We'll talk about it after. I got a good potential list.
All right, we got to do a little poll action.
We could do a poll action.
Let's do a little poll action.
Yeah,
but we're open. Whatever you want us to do. I know there's a lot of suggestions for Ford Fairlane. I agree, but the committee's still out on that one.
Yeah, right.
We might have to do a watch along to that when the video card's up.
Oh yeah, maybe, maybe. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
I gotta go pack for Dubai. Goodbye.
Bye bye.